The lightning hit Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars, but it didn't do anything. What in the world is this thing made out of? Then the blade was ended up. I think Kira's blade ended up being summoned. It couldn't even leave a scratch on this mech. Super Mechagodzilla fired his missiles at Kiru. And Kiru's getting destroyed almost instantly by the mech. Super Mechagodzilla, while Final Wars ended up tearing off one of Kiru's arms and slamming her on the ground. Kiru tried to fly, but she couldn't. Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars ended up grabbing her by the neck and looking at her in the eyes. For some reason, I felt like you could have given me a better fight. Could have put up a better fight than that. But I guess I expect too much from the original Queen of the Monsters. Instantly, that echoed through Mechagodzilla's or Kiru's head. The Queen of the Monsters. It was echoing through her head. Oh well. I guess I better be going. Besides, you're not my main target. Super Mechagodzilla Farmers ended up taking off, and instantly he was out of line of sight. The military had no idea who they just fought. But still, Queen of the Monsters was still echoing through Kiru's head. She could hear it, but couldn't understand it. But then, suddenly, Super Mechagodzilla of Final Wars ended up roaring, in the sky, announcing his presence. Instantly, just shut down. Kira just instantly shut down. The military couldn't even figure out what was wrong. They brought her back inside, out of their base, not knowing the terror that will soon come. Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars was flying around in the sky, looking for Super Final Wars or Godzilla. Either way, he was going to encounter one of the two. But if anyone else got in his way, he would take great pleasure on killing them. It didn't take him long to meet his second opponent, a fellow mecha. This time, it was Super Mechagodzilla Earth. He looked at surprisement at the new mecha. What in the world are you? My name is Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars, and I'm looking for Super Godzilla Final Wars or Godzilla. Have you seen them? No. Wait a minute. Why are you looking for them? Well, it's none of your business. He instantly flew right past Super Mechagodzilla Earth. But then Super Mechagodzilla Earth ended up following and ended up cutting him off of his path. It is my business. Because Super Godzilla Final Wars is my king. Tell you what? You tell me where your king is at, and I'll leave you alone. No. That's not how we're going to. You know what? Frick it. Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars ended up grabbing Super Godzilla Earth by his neck, and ended up doing the same thing what he did to the Skullcrawler Alpha, cutting him in half. Just like that, he was dead. And Super Mechagodzilla Earth's remains fell down to the ocean. That's what happens when you don't tell me I'll wear a certain guy that I want. Or a girl, whatever. But you really should have told me. Otherwise... Yeah, never mind. You're already dead. I don't know why I'm talking to myself. Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars was flying around. It wasn't until he spotted a Godzilla and Super Godzilla Final Wars. He landed, and Super Godzilla Final Wars and Godzilla turned around instantly. What in the... Who are you? I'm your robot counterpart, sent by David to destroy you. Wait, what? Hold on. David made a robot counterpart version of me? You gotta be freaking kidding me. Instantly, Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars end up attacking both Godzilla and Super Final Wars. And at first, they were getting their butts whooped until backup arrived. And eventually, Super Mechagodzilla Final Wars couldn't take any more damage. He decided to fly off, to head back, head to his master. Well, now you have a robot counterpart version of yourself. Yeah, I guess so. About a few days later, Kira's arm was back on. She was all repaired, but they couldn't activate her. G-Force was having a lot of trouble on activating Kiru. And they couldn't figure out why. And then all of a sudden, they saw that Kiru's eyes turned on. No one was piloting her. But then, the worst ended up happening. Kiru's eyes turned red. In Kiru's mind, she was seeing flashbacks of her past life. She remembered Godzilla, her daughter. She remembered everything. She realized she's not here to defend humanity, but only to kill the only kaiju that's basically her family. She stood up and roared very loudly. She was managed to bust her way out of G-Force's base. and she took a step out and looked at the city. She fired her missiles and landing at the base of the G-force, leaving nothing left but crumbled dust and rocks. So Kiru ended up looking at the city. He then started to walk forward, firing her lightning and missiles everywhere. It took long for Godzilla to hear this, so on Monster Island. Sir Faunus ended up hearing this as well. The two dived down in the water quickly to see what was going on. They were making sure that if it was not a test that the military was intending to use, or making new weapons for Kiru. But when they arrived to the city, it was being destroyed. Then they looked at the creature who was causing it. Godzilla's eyes were widened. Mom? Kiru was destroying everything. She was truly acting like her past life. Sir Fireworks and Godzilla were completely confused on why she was acting like this. They looked and realized that her eyes were red. The last time Godzilla saw her mother's eyes, they were yellow. That told her that she was under control by the military. But now, it looks like that the military was no longer controlling her. Godzilla roared to get Kira's attention. Kira turned around. She saw two Godzillas standing right in front of her. Well, she looked and realized one of them looked familiar. She realized that's her daughter, Godzilla. She didn't recognize the other guy, but she assumed that's her daughter's new husband. Godzilla? Godzilla's eyes were widened. Sir Fireworks' eyes were widened as well. Mom? Is that you? Yes, sweetie. It's me. Godzilla ran towards her mom and hugged her tightly. Kira returned the hug. Who's this? Oh, Mom, this is my husband, Super Godzilla Final Wars. It's nice to meet you, Kiru. Why are you... I remember everything. That robot that fought me the other day. Well, a few days ago. Wait, you battled his robot counterpart? Oh yeah, now I remember that he actually almost looked identical to you. Yeah, that's my robot counterpart, but... Go on. What happened?